Quicksilver Chapter 7, everything is bigger in Evelia. Sarah says that this makes Madra's palace look like a dollhouse. Somehow the Fae know all about Madra, and yes, she's totally human, but we still don't understand how she's been alive for like over 1,000 years. There's a giant dragon skull in the palace, and we don't hear anything about it other than it's called the last dragon, and I feel like at some point that's going to be really important. Like, why else would you put a giant dragon skull and then never talk about it again? Varys has an audience with King Bellicon, which is Everlane's father, and he's sharp and he's cold and his eyes are described as cloudy, and I feel like there's a reason behind that. We need to know more. Reminds me of Heron, whose eyes were described as glassy as he was trying to kill Sarys. Now, cloudy and glassy aren't the same thing, but why would you describe eyes in a way that almost has a hazy quality to it unless that was important and in some way connected? Bellicon said she was brought here for some kind of task, and then he offers no further detail. And then Death is dragged in, you know, tall, beautiful, broody Death, and he's snarling, lashing, being handled by a bunch of guards, and Bellicon is trying to rile up this crowd because he wants him dead. Everlane and the scryer, who is also here, begin conspiring during this event, where the scryer comes up with this fake prophecy that I think turns into a real prophecy during said event about how they can't kill Death right now. It turns out his name is not Death, his name is Kingfisher, who apparently has killed like a ton of people, and Bellicon is trying to make it sound like he just did it for funsies. Now Renfis is back, and he says that the only way that they can win this war that I guess they're in is with Kingfisher, and now he's going to the front lines. And this chain that was put around Sarys's neck before she passed out now needs to go around his neck, or else he'll go crazy. A theme in this book so far has either been someone is going crazy, or they're in like a trance where they're going crazy, or they could go crazy. Like, madness is present. In the first time Sarys hears Kingfisher speak, she starts to have like a reaction. Page 103. A thrill of energy rocketed up my spine. Now I saw him properly for the first time, and a wave of shock rippled through me, down to the roots of my soul. Burr is hot, broody, and he has a ring of silver around his iris. Chapter 8. Everlane and Sarys are going to the library to research, and Kingfisher is also here, and honestly, he's a dick. So rude. Sarys is an alchemist, and we don't know what that means yet. There's this sword named Solace, and she can touch it without dying, which shouldn't be possible. Touching this sword should kill her. Her friends and her brother also might not be dead because she's an alchemist, and if Madra knows that Bellicon has an alchemist, she thinks that they're going to use her as a way of opening the Quicksilver and bringing an army of Fae to take over her lands. So Madra will then want to conscript everyone into the Third to be her army because she doesn't care if they live or die. Sarys makes this comment about, well, wouldn't you want to know what happened to your family? And then Everlane and Kingfisher get like really uncomfy. In chapter 9, we discover that Everlane and Kingfisher are actually siblings. For some reason, that's a taboo topic, so we'll learn more later. Kingfisher calls Sarys Little Osha, which is some kind of butterfly that lives and dies in a day, and it's super fragile, and he's comparing her lifespan to this because she's human and not a Fae. Again, this man is a dick. And Sarys is the only human here because the Fae used to drink their blood for immortality, so now there's no more. Fisher takes Sarys to a forge to start working. Working on what? We're not sure yet. He tells her that Quicksilver pools are portals between realms, and if it touches your skin, you will go crazy. So you have to wear a relic, like this chain that he put on her, to keep yourself from going crazy. Madra closed all of the Quicksilver pools by putting a sword in one, because if one is closed, all are closed. If one is open, all are open. And Evelia, who's at war, was using the pools to move supplies, and now Bellicon wants revenge on her because she ruined his war. This forge that they need to work in is a mess, and after spending hours trying to clean it, Renfis comes in and he's like, hey, you haven't even gotten to work yet? And then Kingfisher just like, and everything's clean. See you tomorrow for chapter 10.